Amidst the sacred texts, a deep mystery hides. The Bible, with its venerated pages, may have left out a secret that Jesus tried to reveal. What would happen if this forbidden information was finally exposed? Why has the Church, over the centuries, silenced such a crucial aspect of Christ's message? Some claim there are clues in apocryphal texts, documents that official tradition has rejected and which may contain fragments of a forgotten truth. With each answer, new questions arise. What did Jesus really want his followers to know? And more importantly, what does this mean for the Christian faith as we know it? With intriguing theories and evidence that challenge the traditional narrative, this video delves into an ocean of secrets. Get ready to explore what could be the key to understanding the essence of Jesus' message, hidden behind dogma and tradition. What you're about to discover could change everything. The truth is closer than you imagine, and the revelation may be more impactful than you thought. Let's solve this riddle together. The apocryphal Gospels are texts that were not included in the biblical canon, but that arouse curiosity. A famous example is the Gospel of Thomas, which contains a collection of sayings attributed to Jesus. These texts can offer a different view of Jesus' teachings, revealing messages that are not in the best-known New Testament accounts. For many scholars, these works are like hidden gems, which may contain forgotten wisdom or even deeper teachings. In addition to the Gospel of Thomas, there is the Gospel of Mary, which talks about the life and teachings of Jesus from the perspective of Mary Magdalene. In this text, Mary is presented as a central figure, and her views may challenge the traditional image of women in the Church. These apocryphal Gospels, therefore, not only broaden the understanding of Jesus, but also raise questions about the role of women in the early days of Christianity. Many believe that the omission of these texts is due to fear that their messages could be considered dangerous to established doctrine. The idea is that these alternative teachings could question the foundations of the Christian faith as we know it. Thus, analysis of the apocryphal Gospels can lead us to reflect on what was left out and why. Reading these texts requires a critical approach. It is necessary to question the authenticity and intention behind each one. They are often considered heretics for challenging the official narrative. However, by exploring them, we can find a wealth of ideas that expand our understanding of Jesus' message and its relevance. The apocryphal Gospels invite us to think outside the box. They encourage us to imagine a more plural Christianity, where different voices and experiences have space. This leads us to a more open dialogue about spirituality and faith, which can be enriching for everyone. The historical and cultural context of Jesus' time is fundamental to understanding his teachings. Jesus lived in a period marked by political and social tensions, including the Roman occupation and divisions between different religious groups. This environment may have influenced how your messages were received and transmitted. For many, the reality of oppression demanded a response that was both spiritual and practical. The canonical Gospels reflect this context, but what happens to teachings that don't fit this narrative? It is possible that certain aspects of Jesus' message were considered dangerous and consequently omitted or distorted. History shows us that truths are often shaped by the need for social and political control. Thus, the omission of information can be seen as a strategy to protect the established order. Furthermore, the cultural diversity of Jesus' time could have generated varied interpretations of his teachings. The Jews, Romans, and Hellenists had different worldviews, and this influenced how Jesus' message was understood. These cultural nuances need to be taken into account when discussing the transmission of your ideas. Often, the complexity of the historical context is ignored, resulting in a simplistic view of the Christian message. The first followers of Jesus were also immersed in a culture of orality, where stories were passed down from generation to generation. This dynamic may have led to adaptations and changes in narratives over time. The way in which the teachings were preserved reflects not only the intentions of the authors, but also the concerns and realities of the community that received them. Understanding historical and cultural context is not just an academic exercise. This helps us see the relevance of Jesus' teachings in our own reality. The questions he raised about justice, love, and faith still resonate today and challenge us to take action in a world that continues to face inequalities and oppression. Interpretations of Jesus' teachings vary widely among different Christian traditions. Some aspects emphasize unconditional love, while others focus on morality and obedience to laws. This diversity of interpretations may have arisen due to the different experiences and contexts of the communities that followed Jesus. The result is a multiplicity of understandings that often deviate from the original message. For example, certain interpretations emphasize the idea of personal salvation, while others focus on social transformation. These variations are not just theoretical, they impact religious practice and the daily lives of believers. When one considers the possibility that aspects of Jesus' message have been distorted or silenced, the issue becomes even more complex. What was left out and why? Furthermore, the influence of religious leaders throughout history has also shaped these interpretations. Often, doctrines have been adapted to align with political or social agendas. This manipulation may have led to a distorted view of Jesus, which moved away from the man he truly was. It is interesting to note that while some interpretations are widely accepted, others are marginalized, which raises questions about who has the power to define truth. This discussion becomes even more relevant as new information and texts, such as the apocryphal Gospels, emerge. They force us to reevaluate the narratives we consider true. What do we really know about what Jesus taught? Alternative interpretations can offer new perspectives that enrich our understanding of the Christian faith. The quest to understand interpretations of Jesus' teachings is an ongoing journey. As we explore different traditions and texts, we can discover a depth of wisdom that invites us to reflect on the essence of what it means to follow Jesus in an ever-changing world. This is a quest that can lead us to a more authentic and inclusive understanding of faith. Many believe that Jesus, in addition to being a great teacher, shared secret knowledge with his closest disciples. This idea suggests that there are esoteric teachings that have not been revealed to the general public. These teachings could address topics such as spirituality, life after death, and the true nature of God. Belief in this hidden knowledge has attracted the attention of scholars and mystics over the centuries, generating a fascination around the figure of Jesus. The apocryphal Gospels, such as the Gospel of Thomas, fuel this discussion. In them, we find statements that may suggest that Jesus taught differently, perhaps at a level that was not understandable to everyone. This idea that there was a code or set of hidden truths may explain why many of his teachings were not recorded in traditional form. Thus, the notion that Jesus shared secrets with a select group of disciples adds a layer of mystery to his picture. Furthermore, the mystical tradition in various religions, including Christianity, often emphasizes the search for deeper truths. This search can be seen as a way to connect with the divine in a more intense way. Therefore, Jesus' secrets can be considered as keys to this spiritual connection, making many feel motivated to explore these hidden truths. The idea of initiations is also central in this context. Jesus' closest disciples could have undergone initiation rituals that made them receptive to these revelations. This raises questions about what was actually taught and how those teachings shaped the leadership of the early church. If Jesus did share secret knowledge, it could have impacted how the message was spread and interpreted over the centuries. This search for secrets and revelations can be seen as an attempt to understand more deeply the figure of Jesus and his message. After all, many still wonder what he really meant by his words and actions. The search for these hidden teachings can lead to new interpretations and perhaps a deeper understanding of the Christian faith. Over the centuries, the Christian Church has exercised significant control over the dissemination of faith-related information. This control was not only over what was taught, but also over what was silenced or omitted. The manipulation of information helped maintain the authority of the Church, allowing it to shape the Christian narrative according to its interests. This dynamic raises questions about the authenticity of the teachings that have come down to us. Historically, the Church has had to deal with various heresies and dissident movements. To preserve their influence, it was often necessary to eliminate or delegitimize these voices. The result is that certain interpretations of Jesus' teachings were privileged, while others, which could offer different views, were disregarded. This practice not only shaped the understanding of faith, but also created an environment where doubt and criticism were discouraged. Furthermore, the relationship between the church and political power also played a crucial role in this issue. At many moments in history, the church has allied itself with rulers and authorities to strengthen its position. This meant that information was often filtered through a prism of control and censorship. What was considered dangerous or threatening to the established order could easily be delegitimized or banned, creating a void of information that could benefit the church. This practice of hiding or manipulating information can have profound consequences for the way people understand spirituality and faith. Lack of access to a wider range of teachings and perspectives can limit the ability of believers to question and reflect on their own beliefs. Thus, the church has not only shaped the Christian narrative, but has also influenced individual spirituality over the centuries. This analysis of the relationship between the church and the control of information invites us to reflect on what we really know about the teachings of Jesus. If hidden information is revealed, it could not only challenge the authority of the church, but also open new doors to understanding the Christian faith today. Hidden revelations about Jesus can have a profound impact on modern Christian faith. When talking about secrets and teachings that have not been disclosed, many people may begin to question the truths that have been passed down for generations. This new information could lead to a re-evaluation of the figure of Jesus and his teachings, creating a space for deeper discussions about what it really means to follow in his footsteps. After all, if there are messages that have been ignored or hidden, this can change the way believers view their own spirituality. Furthermore, the disclosure of such secrets could provoke a crisis of faith in many followers. Those who have built their beliefs around traditional interpretations of the Bible may feel lost or betrayed when they discover that there is more to the story than previously thought. This can generate a movement to search for answers, leading believers to explore different traditions or even question the institutions that have always guided them. This search can be both liberating and destabilizing depending on each person's willingness to deal with this new information. The possibility of a new understanding of Jesus could also open doors for interreligious and intercultural dialogue. If hidden teachings reveal a Jesus who is more inclusive or addresses themes of love and acceptance in different ways, it could resonate with other religions and spiritual traditions. Thus, Christianity could benefit from a richer exchange of ideas, promoting greater understanding between the different existing beliefs. And on the other hand, resistance to change is also a factor to be considered. Many religious communities have well-established doctrines, and the introduction of new teachings can be seen as a threat. Religious leaders may feel pressured to defend their traditional interpretations, which can lead to internal conflicts and divisions. This struggle between the new and the old can result in even greater polarization within the Christian faith. In short, the impact of hidden revelations about Jesus can be a catalyst for significant transformations in the Christian faith. While some may find new ways to connect with their spirituality, others may face a dilemma about the veracity of their beliefs. This phenomenon of questioning and reevaluation has always existed, but the intensity and nature of this impact can vary, depending on how each group or individual deals with the new information that may come to light. And so, as we explore the mysteries surrounding the life of Jesus and the hidden secrets that may have been hidden, we are faced with an unsettling question. What else might the Bible not be telling us? Theories about what Jesus really wanted to convey go far beyond what we learn in churches. Could Christ's secret message be the key to a new understanding of spirituality? And when we talk about the Vatican, we need to consider whose interests are at stake. Why have so many apocryphal texts been silenced over the centuries? What is really in the pages that have never been revealed to the public? The truth may be closer than we imagine, and each new discovery can lead us to reevaluate everything we know about faith. So what do you think? Are you ready to question the narratives you have always accepted? Leave your thoughts in the comments and let's unravel these mysteries together. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any intriguing revelations. After all, the search for truth never ends.